Welcome to Toy Polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from Toy Polloi. It is Sunday the 26th of May 2024 and I'm at the Wells Springs Leisure Centre in Taunton for the Retro Toy Fair. Now, it was a year ago that I came to this toy fair, and I have to say the last one I came to, it was really good, and I went home with a rather large Playmobil figure that I still absolutely love. It sits in the corner of my room at home and I think it's absolutely fantastic. So today I'm hoping to find some other gems, so let's go in and see what we can find. And that's it, I'm now back in the car. It was actually a pretty good fair. Not the biggest, there certainly weren't as many stalls as there were the last time we came along, but there were some nice pieces and I picked up some oddities to add to my collection. I've also got a couple of bits towards my Mile of Mayhem project, so let's get back to Toy Polloi and I'll show you what I picked up. Okay, so I am now back at Toy Polloi and I can take a look at the things I picked up. As I said, it wasn't as big as last year's Toy Fair, but there were still a lot of stalls there and there were a whole load of rummage boxes, which is what I like at a Toy Fair, and I had a great time rummaging through those and seeing what I could find. The first thing I got was this, which is a vintage Boba Fett, and I picked this up from Joe at Taunton Toys UK. This is actually something I want to send to a friend of mine in Japan, and it's not in too bad condition. It looks like it's had a little bit of play wear, and I can actually see someone's put a bit of string in there to tighten up one of the limbs. I'll give it a bit of a clean and sort of sort it out. But I picked that up for my friend. I paid £10 for it. Boba Fett's at the moment seem to be going for crazy money, so it's not massively cheap, but it's still not a bad figure for that price. And then on his stall he also had this, which is a nice little one, which is going to be a future project for this channel. And this is the Cairo Swordsman from the Adventures of Indiana Jones toy line. Now, when they did the retro collection recently, this is one of the figures that they didn't redo, so I reckon he's going to start to become a little bit more sought after. Now, as you can see, he doesn't have his robes, but I reckon we can make some robes for him. I've done quite a few videos on making robes and outfits for the Indiana Jones figures, and this one is one I think shouldn't be too hard to do. We can base it on some of the other robes that I've made. I paid £6 for him. He needs a bit of a clean. He's sort of fairly dirty in that, but yeah, he's a good starting point for a project, and for £6 I'm going to have a whole load of fun with him. So that was a nice little pick up there. And then on another stall I found something that I wasn't intending to pick up, but for a while now I've needed a new keyring, and I saw that they had some of these sort of new old stock episode 1 keyring, so I picked up this Pit Droid keyring for £2.99. I paid £3 because there's no point in getting 1p change. So this is a new old stock. This is made by a company called Applause. He had a couple of others. He had the Darth Maul one and he had the Anakin Skywalker one, both of which were much larger. So yeah, I thought this was pretty reasonable for £3. I'm actually going to open it and put it straight on my keys. Let's do that now. I know this will be sacrilegious for some people, opening old toys, and this is now vintage because it is actually 25 years old. But I actually want this as a keyring. So there we go. I have a little Pit Droid keyring. I'm not sure how long he'll last because he's made out of quite thin pieces, but he's going to go on my keys and he'll last as long as he lasts. So that was a nice little pickup as well. And then there was a stall that was absolutely covered in Transformers, and it had loads and loads of G1 pieces, including some rummage boxes with some very battered and well played with figures and toys in. And I found this, and this is incredibly well played with G1 Transformers hubcap, and it's a figure that I actually need some parts for. This one is in a sorry state. It's missing all its tyres, it's very loose, one of its feet is completely snapped off and broken. I think it's that one, that's all smashed up. Yeah, it's in a really sorry state. But I actually need this because I just picked up this, which is a very battered and broken hubcap, and I was hoping to do some sort of work on it, but it's got quite a lot of damage to the front sections there. There's big chunks missing out of the bonnet and part of the wheel guard there, and I think this is going to be an ideal sort of candidate for replacement parts. So that's why I grabbed that. I paid £4 for it. I can't remember how much I paid for that. You'll have to find out on Toy Polloi 2. All of my unboxings appear over on my second channel, Toy Polloi 2, so check that out and you'll see exactly what I paid for that. But that was a good piece. That was a nice little sort of addition because I know I need the parts for it. So even though it's broken, that's ideal for me. But that stall also had another amazing thing, which was this, and it is a Transformer shield. I think this is from some sort of cosplay kids costume. It's got a picture of Megatron on the front and the Decepticon logo at the bottom, and then these are his fists like he's sort of pounding out. And it is, yeah, it's a sort of plastic shield. I imagine there was more to this costume originally. Maybe there was an outfit or a gun or a sort of mask or something like that, but I've never seen this before, so I grabbed it. It is a shield, as I say, because you've got straps on the back where you can put it over your arm and sort of, yeah, defend yourself with it. It's just a sort of weird looking piece. I paid £15 for this because there is a slight bit missing. It's got these little plastic pieces on the side here, and there's one on the bottom as well. I'm not actually sure what those do, but the one on this side is missing. So yeah, I paid £15 for that. It's just a sort of unique piece. I might hang it on the wall. I've got a few other weapons, like He-Man weapons and things like that. I could almost make a coat of arms with it. Maybe that's something I'll do in future. But a nice little oddity. And if anyone knows anything about it, then leave some comments below, because I'd certainly like to know more about it. It's just a nice looking piece. And then I had a chance to meet up with a good friend of mine, Michael, and he'd brought something along for me that he said that he got in his spares pot, which is this is a Dr. Terror from the Centurions toy line. A few people have asked me to do more projects from the Centurions toy line, more repairs, and this looked like an ideal candidate. It's missing an arm, so somehow I've got to find a replacement arm or another smashed up one that I can take the arm off. He's also got some damage to the side of his head. Looks like he's been sort of part scalped there, and he generally needs a fair bit of work. There's a lot of chrome damage to this little top piece here at the top. So yeah, that is going to be an interesting project. I need to track down a few more pieces for that, but I think he's going to be fun to work on, and I'm sure we can get him looking as good as new. And he also brought these along, which are two Miles Mayhem figures from the Mask toy line and Mask cartoon series. Now, if you're wondering why I wanted two more Miles Mayhem figures, then do go over to Toy Polloi 2 and check out a project I have running there, which is called A Mile of Mayhem, and it's all going to go in here. This is a project I'm working on. Michael was the first person to receive one of these exclusive Mile of Mayhem stickers, these lovely reflective stickers, because he has donated to this project. If you want to find out what this project is, then follow the link in the description. You'll see exactly why I need so many Miles Mayhem figures. So there we go, that is all that I picked up at the toy fair. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm actually really pleased with it. There's always odd things to find, no matter what toy fairs you go to. There's always things that you can find to add to your collection. And for me these days, it's not often these sort of big ticket items that I'm after. There's lots of little things that I want to help finish things that I'm working on, and things that I just have ideas for projects for the channel. And certainly the Cairo Swordsman that you see there is going to be a project that you'll see very soon. And then there's Dr. Terror as well. I've got to find some pieces for him, but I'm actually looking forward to working on some more Centurions figures. So there you go, that is all that I picked up. It was a fun fair. It's not the biggest of fairs, and it's actually a fair drive for me to get to, but I would still go again. I'm looking forward to the next one. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then why not think about supporting the channel by becoming a Patreon or YouTube channel member. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, and also access to an exclusive series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.